Tonight, as 2021 comes to a close, COVID is following us into the new year. How the U.S. is faring. Plus, for those of you popping your favorite bottle of bubbly, you may have noticed it was more expensive. We'll explain the buzz around champagne prices. And later, the beloved Betty White has died at the age of 99. How the world is remembering her.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening. I'm Kristen Bakke. Briggs is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. The U.S. is ringing in the new year while facing a record surge in the number of COVID-19 cases. Today, the U.S. has recorded nearly 500,000 new infections. Right now, some governors are enacting new mandates for the new year as states are also trying to stay ahead of testing shortages. Meanwhile, overstretched hospitals are pleading that people avoid going to the emergency room for COVID-19 testing.
Two things are going to happen that you don't want. One is you're going to be around a lot of people that have COVID. So if you don't have it yet, you might get it while you're there. We do the best we can with masks and stuff like that. But if you want to find a place that has a lot of people with COVID in one spot, emergency department's about the best one you can get right now. And second, it's going to take a really, really long time.
COVID is also putting a strain on the airline industry, prompting thousands of canceled flights. And the FAA says air traffic controller shortages could cause even more cancellations. A rare but serious condition linked to COVID-19 has been identified in 2 Chippewa County children. The county's Department of Public Health confirms 2 kids between 3 and 12 years old have confirmed cases of multi-system inflammatory syndrome. The condition is related to severe inflammation, and symptoms may include fever, vomiting, and pain in the stomach.
It's not super prevalent, but when it happens, it is severe. It can get to the point where the child stops breathing or needs to be resuscitated. And that is very scary for any parent to see their child going through something like that. And so it can get ugly, and it can get ugly pretty quick.
Parents should go to the nearest hospital or emergency room if a child is showing any severe warning signs. The health department says the best way to prevent it is taking standard COVID precautions and getting your child vaccinated. Itasca County is starting the new year with declining COVID-19 case rates after a peak in November. As of yesterday, the 14-day case rate per 10,000 residents is about 65. That's down from 144 in November. There were 115 cases recorded in Itasca County this week. However, county health officials say the risk of serious illness remains extremely high, especially for the 44% of residents who are not vaccinated. Since the beginning of the pandemic, 1 in every 5 residents has been infected with COVID. An Itasca County deputy who died of COVID was laid to rest today. Family and friends came together in Marcel to honor Jamie Williams' life. After 13 years with the Sheriff's Department, the 41-year-old contracted COVID on the job and died on Monday. He was hospitalized and in the ICU for several weeks. The Itasca County Sheriff says Williams was an officer you would call the good cop.
He always came across as fair and even-handed. And I think that gained him a lot of respect in the community. And I was proud to be able to witness that firsthand.
Williams leaves behind a wife and 3 kids. A GoFundMe has been set up to support them. We have a link on our website. Flags also flew at half-staff across Minnesota today to honor his life. A Hibbing home was destroyed in a fire early this morning. According to the Northland Firewire, crews responded to West 33rd Street and Bunker Road just before 6 a.m. The house was engulfed in flames when crews arrived. No one was home at the time. The Hibbing Fire Marshal's office is investigating the cause. Well, Dave joins us now for a quick check of the weather. Dave, for any folks heading out on the roads, they're a little slick out there tonight.
They are in some spots. We do have to travel cautiously, but hopefully folks will travel cautiously, as we mentioned at 5, down to Fitker's for Rubber Chicken, their big New Year's review, which features video cameos from both you and me.
Yes.
Just a couple short little blurbs. Hopefully they're semi-funny.
I hope so.
Hopefully the roads are not semi-funny. They were pretty nasty last night. We are improving. Let's get a look at the road conditions. Here in the Twin Ports, roads are good. Up the North Shore, 61 is good, but it's up towards the Iron Range where there are still slippery spots to watch out for when you're traveling. And a good slice of the western part of Wisconsin is in similar conditions. Those 63, 13, and 51 have all returned to good. And they should stay that way because I don't think we're going to see snow for a while. That's because the low that brought snow, at least light snow for most towns through to this morning here, is going away. Arctic high pressure has come into call. It's going to be clear and cold for most of us through the weekend. 20 below for the Twin Ports, for example, tonight. Only 0 for a high tomorrow. Mostly sunny for most towns tomorrow, but the South Shore could get some lake-influenced flurries. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about this cool down and when it may break in just a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. As 2021 becomes 2022, many in the Twin Ports are opting for smaller New Year's Eve gatherings well before midnight. CBS 3's Rob Cole spoke with Northlanders to find out how a big rise in COVID cases is causing their change in plans.
At Wusso's Concert Cafe in West Duluth, they're having an all-day New Year's Eve bash. Live music started at 6:30 a.m. and runs until midnight.
Live music is something that's important to me. I really enjoy going out and seeing performers.
Matt Fox attended Wusso's gathering during the day on New Year's Eve, but his plans for a nighttime party?
So I'll probably just go back home, make dinner.
Fox is one of several Northlanders who are opting for smaller gatherings to celebrate New Year's Eve this year. The reason for the change, they're not sure they want to risk larger celebrations in the midst of the pandemic.
Things change, right? And not always for the better, so like I worry about Omicron.
Many are celebrating smaller, and some are celebrating earlier. Here at the Duluth Children's Museum, some young Northlanders and their parents decided to celebrate New Year's Eve very early this year. They rang in the new year at 12 o'clock noon for their noon Year's Eve party. The museum required masks for everyone over 3 years old. For some parents, this is their big celebration of the day.
I think we're probably just going to have some dinner with some friends, just kind of keep it a chill night.
Before the pandemic, Winkler says her New Year's Eves were a little more exciting.
Normally we would maybe go out for karaoke or do something like that around like a larger crowd.
Her reason for staying in, something that has become all too common in 2021.
Because of the virus, I think it's kind of affected that.
A new year, but a similar refrain continues.
For those bigger celebrations tonight, many are still participating. According to organizers, New Year's by the Lake at Graceland sold out of their dinner tickets, but they do still have tickets to just the party itself available at the door starting at 8:30. For more information, you can head to our website. Well, people looking to pick up a bottle of champagne for tonight's celebration may be paying more for their favorite bottle of bubbly. Sales dropped in 2020 when the pandemic canceled many New Year's parties. But with more gatherings this year, experts say sales are bubbling up to nearly $6 billion, which would be a new record. In France, some retailers are struggling to keep up with demand. One of the main reasons was grapes in France were hit with some bad weather this year, leading to lower production, which has led to much higher prices in the United States. Her decades-long career ranged from model to host to actress. Betty White died at age 99, just weeks shy of her 100th birthday, leaving fans saddened, but with fond memories and gratefulness for the laughter she brought so many for so long. Nikki Batiste takes a look back at Betty White's career.
Hi, Sue Ann. How are you?
I didn't sleep a wink all night. I feel wonderful.
Before she became a household name on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Betty White was a familiar face on TV, hosting parades, appearing in TV commercials.
Your man's Valentine is sportsman toiletries. Your gal's...
And as a regular on game shows, from To Tell the Truth to The Match Game.
I'm the first one finished.
You're the best.
You were finished a long time ago, sweetheart.
To her favorite.
Here's your host on Password, Alan Ludden.
But the role of man-crazy happy homemaker Sue Ann Nivens on the top-rated Mary Tyler Moore Show made her a star. It became her trademark, a sweet little lady who says not-so-sweet things.
Sue Ann. Yes, Lou. Could you do me a favor?
Well, maybe on my lunch hour.
Thank you for being a friend. In 1985, White took on a new role, playing the lovable, naive Rose on The Golden Girls.
Even a trip to the bank can be exciting if you wear a ski mask.
Considered one of the most progressive TV shows of all time, the four older single women living as housemates in Miami raked in awards and maintained a cult status for decades.
Who's that at Padoa? It's me, Blanche.
As White got older, her popularity actually increased.
You're playing like Betty White out there.
That's not what your girlfriend said.
The 2010 Super Bowl ad for Snickers was such a hit that it started a Facebook campaign for her to host Saturday Night Live.
Betty White.
A few months later, she got the gig. The appearance earned her a 7th Emmy Award. That same year, she also starred in yet another sitcom at age 88.
Try them on, Joy. You're the only one here with man hands.
And at age 96, White received a rousing standing ovation at the 70th Emmy Awards. She thanked her fans and said it was incredible that she could stay in a career so long and still have people put up with her. Nikki Batiste, CBS News.
White's longtime friend and agent said in a statement, Betty has had a fantastic life and career, and she was one of the most positive people I know. I would imagine she is now thrilled to be reunited with her late husband, Alan Ludden. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, how a Rochester boy's chalk creations are inspiring his community.
Well, record low today, 31 below from 1946. Tomorrow morning, some towns up north near the Canadian border indeed could be rivaling that. Big cool down is coming for the New Year weekend, but by the start of the work week, it will perk up again, but not forever. We'll talk about the ups and the downs coming around in just a few more minutes.
It's time appliances had a personality. Yours. Discover Cafe, the customizable appliance. Customize your suite at cafeappliances.com. Cafe, distinct by design.
Earn up to $2,000 on select Cafe suites. Discover the customizable collections at your local dealer today.
Johnson Mertz. It's a trusted name.
I remember my son was going to grow up without a father.
I didn't think someone at 23 could be diagnosed with breast cancer.
I was probably the healthiest I had been in my life.
Early detection of a melanoma saved my life.
I survived testicular cancer because of early detection.
I survived cancer not once but twice because of early detection.
During the pandemic, you may have delayed or canceled routine cancer screenings. It's time to get those appointments back on the books. Early detection saves lives.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Eric Paulson here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Kristen Vaki is as local as our evening news.
I'm from here. This is my home. I learned how to do a left-handed layup right there. At that hoop, that exact hoop.
Covering the communities she calls home too.
You know, there's nothing phony about it. That's who she is. She's just a natural at it, so I enjoy watching her because she's so good at what she does.
Leaders at Hibbing Taconite are scrambling at the Menorca Mining family heritage and iron mining history.
For everything local, watch Kristen Vaki on Live Local CBS 3.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Vaki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining. A fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki. Tuesdays at 10 only on Live Local CBS 3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
I've been where you are. It just took someone to believe in me for me to understand.
And a whole lot of people lining up to believe in me.
All it takes is one.
These men, they don't mess around.
I hope they hear me. Neither do I. He knows how to take care of himself.
Safety's on, Davy Crockett.
Sometimes you gotta handle things yourself. Kinda my motto.
I hope they hear me. A new Equalizer, Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
After this week's snow, now the cold is going to come, and it's really going to come with a vengeance. Actual air temperatures overnight tonight could run 15 to 30 below, and then you kick in the winds. As higher pressure from Canada charges in, the winds will go up, and that leads to a wind chill warning then for Minnesota from now roughly through noon tomorrow. Feels like temperatures could go towards 50 below. Then for the western parts of Wisconsin, it'll be windy and chilly there as well. Wind chill advisory for folks there during the same time period could feel like 30 below with actual air temps running about 15 to 20 below. So chilly through the weekend, but moderation will return once we get towards Monday. But that in turn will only last a couple of days. So we've got a big down to talk about, a little bit of an up to talk about, and then back down by this time next week. Right now, one above at the airport in Duluth. 69% is our relative humidity. North-northwest winds going 6 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, though, could go 10 to 20. That's why we have those wind chill alerts. Air pressure 30 inches, even on the high side. Arctic high pressure indeed will make barometer readings rise through the weekend before they descend a little bit on Tuesday with our next snow chance. Well, current temperatures, 11 to 15 in the Upper Peninsula. Northern Wisconsin's running from 6 in Superior to 11 in LaPointe, and Ashland's not too far behind. Same deal for Hayward and Solon Springs. Minnesota numbers still above zero from Cloquet to Moose Lake, including, of course, Scanlon and Esco probably, and Carleton. But you go up the North Shore, we're so close to going below zero. Then you get to the Iron Ranges and Borderland, we're below zero. 7 below Grand Rapids, 13 below International Falls. 30 below could happen to International Falls as we go through tonight, and the rest of the region will be fairly brisk, though the UP will be the warmest place to take a drive to, perhaps, if you want it not quite as cold. Well, things are going to get cloudier here tonight as the situation comes across. A little bit of sunshine did happen today. Clouds are going to filter back in, and folks for the South Shore may get a little more light snow. The rest of us should be dry and cold, and that's the way it's going to stay for the weekend as Arctic high pressure takes over, covering all of the upper Midwest. Now, let's talk about temperatures tomorrow morning. Very close to 30 below near International Falls, 20 below for Duluth, 15 below Hayward, and only 2 below for Ironwood, so there's the warm zone, the tropical zone. Once we get into Sunday afternoon, it's going to stay on the chillier side. These are daytime highs. 6 below International Falls, 2 below Duluth, almost to 0 for Hayward, and 2 above in Ironwood. But we break the back of the cold snap on Monday for at least 2 days, and we'll show you those days now with our 7-day forecast. Tonight in Minnesota, these are actual air temps, not wind chill factors, 15 to 30 below. Mostly cloudy sky, not saving us this time around. For Wisconsin and Michigan, 18 below to 8 below for Wisconsin, 0 for the UP. Mostly cloudy and dry for Wisconsin, at least most of Wisconsin. The snow belt could get some flurries. Tomorrow, similar process in Wisconsin. Mostly sunny for most of the state, but the South Shore could get a couple of flurries, lake influence. High temp 0 to 9, half of what's normal. Minnesota highs, 8 below to maybe 2 above. Mostly sunny sky, similar conditions with us through Sunday, but then 17 above on Monday. Tuesday, 23 whole degrees above zero, but with a 30% chance for flurries, which sticks around through Wednesday, and already by Wednesday, the temperatures go back down towards 15 below again this time next Friday.
All right, thanks, Dave. It's always good to encourage others, and that's one young Rochester artist's goal. But just before Christmas, the script was flipped. Kit Jester spends his days drawing chalk creations with encouraging messages in his driveway. His goal is to warm the hearts of those visiting loved ones at the Mayo Clinic, which is just blocks away. He knows how hard it can be to spend long days in the hospital. Kit himself lives with dystonia, a movement disorder which causes his muscles to contract involuntarily. It's that selflessness that inspired a local FedEx driver to do something special for Kit, who's done so much for the community.
I was really surprised and just sort of amazed that somebody would take time out of their busy day to come and do something like that.
Not a problem.
That's really special to me.
You're welcome.
The FedEx driver gave Kit a whole big box of new chalk. Since his first creation, he has spent hours upon hours with chalk in hand, etching nearly 50 portraits. And every single one of those, I'm sure, is very much appreciated.
Yeah, I grew up there.
You did?
Yep,
That's
I grew
right.
up in Rochester, and then I moved to Matamidi.
All right.
But I spent mostly 12 years there. It's a heartwarming community.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it.
Especially with Mayo.
We love to see it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So. Yep.
What's going on in sports on this New Year's Eve?
Well, we got to talk about the Vikings again. Yeah, they got a massive blow delivered to them today due to COVID-19. Plus, UMD women's hockey team back on the ice for the first time in almost 2 weeks, taking on Harvard.
Join us weeknights for Live at 5 as we go around the Northland city by city.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night. CBS3 live cams brought to you by KohlerChef.com. Now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com. A better way to buy.
Update your bathroom with a fresh paint color and a new faucet from Menards. For a beautiful look that stays clean, choose DuraClean Interior Paint from Dutch Boy. It's a paint and primer in one that's stain resistant. Pick up a gallon of interior flat paint for just $19.98 after rebate. Finish your update with Moen. This Hilliard series complements any bathroom design and features 5 unique spray settings. Right now, save big on Moen shower faucets.
Save big money at Menards.
Happy holidays from Bath Planet. This season, we're helping you while helping others. Receive 20% off your entire bathroom project, and we'll include a $50 donation to a local food shelf with every appointment to help families in need. The offer starts on Black Friday and ends December 31st. As always, you can still get one of our great financing options, so call us today or go online to book your appointment. Happy holidays from Bath Planet. Out of this world service, down to earth price.
I know, but Mom, don't skip your recommended vaccines. They help protect you against certain diseases, so ask your doctor or pharmacist about any recommended vaccines you may need. Skip the other stuff instead, like, I don't know.
Skip the pants. Huh?
They're already doing that.
Nice.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Cully.
Yeah, so skip one of those mini Zoom parties. No, Mom, no. Not our Zoom party. I lost her.
Dear Lifehouse, when people ask who raised me, I say you.
I was homeless, lost, and alone.
You helped me find my way.
You helped me up. I started to believe someone could love me.
I'm doing things I never thought I could.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lifehouse has been rooted in hope for 30 years, with a mission to reconnect homeless and street youth to their dreams. We never give up on our youth. Ever.
School visits are an important part of kind of being part of the community outside of the TV station here. When I was in 6th grade, that's when I learned meteorology was it for me. Being on the other side of that now, for me being able to kind of pursue that, it's important for me to then be able to get back into the community. If I can go into a classroom and get just one person who was interested, or just one person who, leaves there knowing like, wow, I learned something new today. For me, I did my job, and that means a lot to me.
Watch meteorologist Caitlin Moffett weekdays at 5 a.m.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The Supreme Court building behind me is once again at the center of a monumental battle. Tonight, a congressional investigation sparked by reporting from CBS News. Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
After their holiday break and much-needed rest, the 8th-ranked Lady Bulldogs were back on the ice today to start the second half of their season in Cambridge, Massachusetts, facing off against the 10th-ranked Harvard Crimson, a team that only 5th-year forward Elizabeth Jaguar has competed against. And it's just minutes in. We're getting jiggy with it. Jaguar shares the wealth to Anna Klein for the first spark of the day. UMD on top 1-0. The Crimson tie things at 1, but the Dogs, they have the response on the power play. Mackenzie Hewitt, she's just bullying her way in front of the net. UMD closes out the first 2-1. And then in the final 30 seconds of the second, Gabby Hughes, gotta be kidding me, dangling her way in. Disgusting for the goal. 3-1, Dogs on top. And after Naomi Rogi's strike earlier in the third, wait for it, on this New Year's Eve, Jaguar to Gabby Hughes. That's a booyah. Pop the confetti and champagne because the Lady Dogs secure their last victory in 2021, 5-2 over Harvard.
We've been traditionally good on Friday. Lately, I guess, Ohio State, Minnesota, and now, and we want to make sure we carry that into tomorrow because a split this weekend isn't good enough. That's not what we came here for. We know that. 2 big wins is what we want to go home with.
Lady Dogs finish the series against Harvard tomorrow with puck drop set for 1 p.m. And we're staying with the Dogs, but switching to the undefeated and 6th-ranked UMD men's basketball team. UMD was supposed to have a conference road game this Sunday against St. Cloud State, but COVID issues within the Huskies program postponed that game. That, in turn, left a spot in the Dogs' schedule open, and UMD has filled that spot. This Sunday, it'll be a Bulldog-on-Bulldog affair as UMD travels to 10th-ranked Ferris State, looking to stay undefeated on the season. And in a make-or-break game for Minnesota Vikings this Sunday against the Green Bay Packers, the Vikings will be without their starting quarterback, Kirk Cousins, after testing positive for COVID-19. Cousins has been highly scrutinized all year long due to the fact that he is unvaccinated against the virus today. Vaccination status came full circle, knocking Cousins out of the do-or-die game. Now the Vikings turn to Sean Mannion, who actually tested positive for COVID last week and was activated off the COVID reserve list today to be the starting quarterback this Sunday. But the decision to start Mannion is under scrutiny as well. Many Vikings fans want third-round rookie quarterback Kellen Mond under center on Sunday night, but instead, Mike Zimmer, he will go with the 5th-year quarterback who has thrown 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and has 4 fumbles in his career.
Hate to see that happen to Kirk, but he's done a lot of great things for us, and Sean is a really good football player, and we're expecting him to go out and play really well. Sean is extremely bright. He studies like crazy. He's a great competitor. So he's put in his time. He's earned this opportunity, and I think he'll do great. I think they're going to rally behind Sean. They want to. They know how important this game is, and they believe in Sean.
Yeah, good luck, Zimmer. Wish you the best. We'll see what happens.
New year, new QB.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. And you're ready for New Year's Eve because you were jamming over there.
Yeah, I'm getting jiggy with it tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, Dave, it's going to be so cold. We might need to do a little dancing to stay
we used to have a photographer named Jaginich, and we always got jaggy with it when he was working with us. And a dance like that would keep you warm tonight because it is going to get cold, towards 15 to 30 below for most of our towns. Daytime highs the weekend, maybe around 0. Plenty of sunshine, though, to brighten spirits if you're sitting inside watching out the picture window. Monday, though, we go to 17 above, 23 above on Tuesday, with a 30% chance for light snow that lasts till Wednesday. And then Wednesday starts another cool down for next weekend.
Happy New Year. Be safe and have fun.